Hi guys, Josh from TT101. Today I want to talk to you guys about budget AR-15s and the 4 best options that I feel that you can purchase with your hard-earned dollar. So I'm going to start with the Smith & Wesson M&P 15 Sport. This is the Sport model. This is the original one that they came out with. Now this has your M-Bus rear flip-up sight just like the Sport 2 does, but it does not have the dust cover or the forward assist. This is a really great option. These can be had nowadays for anywhere from $600 to $700, and that's really not bad if you ask me. And the workmanship, the quality of parts that they use is just really nice. And I actually used to own the M&P Sport 2, and I really loved that gun. It shot really well. It was very accurate, and I chose that over the next gun that I'm going to talk about in just a moment here. Also, the warranty with Smith & Wesson is fantastic. They will help you out if anything goes wrong with this thing, and no questions asked, which I really liked, and that was a huge selling point for me when I was choosing between the rifles, at the time I was choosing between the Ruger 5.56 and the M&P 15 Sport 2. Now I'm going to talk about the Ruger 5.56 now. I actually was able to shoot this gun and the Smith & Wesson before I purchased one of them, and this one has the proprietary Ruger rear flip-up sight, which is a nice sight. It does not have the ability to go to larger aperture for close range work. It just has the small one for long range. Not to say you couldn't use it for short range, but I like the ability to be able to switch over back and forth. I do like the front sight post on this better than the M&P, even though this is not an F-marked mil-spec front sight post. I do like that it has the serrations in the front and it's milled out of a solid piece of steel, and that is really cool. It just looks really nice, and it has the bayonet lug and everything like the F-marked front sight post does, but that's a cast part, which is more prone to breaking, but I've never really heard of them breaking. But if you were to drop it, I would feel like this would hold up a little bit better to damage and whatnot. It's just as customizable as the Sport is, and it also has the 1-in-8 twist on the barrel, which I find really nice because that can handle the really light bullets all the way up to the heavy bullets. So this is another great option for a budget AR-15. Moving on. Now I have the Sport 2. This happens to be the FDE model. I didn't have just a standard Sport 2 today to show you guys. I'm sorry about that. But that being said, it's all the same other than the colors. So it has your M-Bus rear flip-up sight, which I find really nice. It has, again, the F-marked front sight post, 1-in-9 twist barrel, which is not going to be as versatile as a 1-in-8, but it can still handle semi-heavy bullets up to like 162 grain, or excuse me, up to 62 grain, as well as like maybe 65. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to shoot that well. But that being said, every rifle is a little bit different, so you gotta kind of find out which bullet weight your rifle likes the most. Now, one thing I do want to note about the Sports, the selector switch has a lot of slop in it. I don't know why that is. I feel like Smith & Wesson should figure that out. I really don't like that. That was one thing I did not like about the Smith & Wesson. Another thing, on the Ruger, the AR-556, the castle nut on the buffer tube is not staked, and I do not like that. That was another thing I did not like. On the Sport 2 and the original Sport model, it does have a staked castle nut, and I really like that. That's awesome. Now with the Sport 2, you're also going to get your dust cover and your forward assist. So this is another great option. These can be had from anywhere from $650 to $700. If you go anywhere and it's over $700, I wouldn't buy it. That's a ripoff. Now moving on to what I feel is the best option and what I own currently now, and that is the Springfield St. I did a whole video dedicated to this rifle, so I'm not going to go too in-depth with it, but if you were looking for a really well-balanced rifle that's going to be very soft shooting out of the box, I would look no further than the Springfield St. It has all the BCM furniture on it. It also has a proprietary Springfield rear sight on it, which is very nice. It also flips up and down. It's a very nice rifle. It has a 1-in-8 twist too, and that's my favorite barrel twist. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to check out my Amazon website down in the description below, and you guys stay tuned for more interesting videos. Take care, guys.